Hello everyone. I am Dr. Rasmeet Kaur Malhi, Assistant Professor, Department of Management from the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. In this video, I am here to help you understand what is the meaning of breach of contract, types of breach, remedies for breach of contract such as sue for rescission, sue for damages, sue for quantum merit, sue for specific performance and sue for injunction. When the obligations created by the contract comes to an end, the contract is said to be discharged or terminated. There are various modes of discharge of contract such as by performance, by mutual agreement, by impossibility of performance, by operation of law and by breach of contract. Now let's begin with what is the meaning of breach of contract. Contracts are made for being performed, but there are certain circumstances when one party to the contract is unable to perform his or her performance. Non-performance is called as breach. A breach of contract occurs if any party refuses or fails to perform his or her obligation as a part of contract. A breach of a contract may occur in two ways. First is an anticipatory breach and second is an actual breach. Let's start with the first one, that is anticipatory breach. An anticipatory breach occurs when a party demonstrates his intention to break a contract. Any vocal or written confirmation is not required. Failure to perform an obligation in a timely manner can result to breach. By declaring an anticipatory breach, the counterparty may begin legal action immediately rather than waiting until a contract terms are actually broken. Now let's understand this with an example. Rajesh agrees to marry Shanta, but before the date of marriage, Rajesh heard that Shanta is going to marry Sundaram. So this is an example of anticipatory breach. Now let's understand what is an actual breach. An actual breach can be classified into two. First is on the due date of performance and second is during the course of performance. Coming to the first one, on the due date of performance, if any party to contract refuses or fails to perform the obligation on the time fixed for the performance, it is called as an actual breach on performance on due date of performance. Now let's understand what is during the course of performance. If any party has performed a part of the contract and then refuses or fails to perform the remaining part of the contract, it is called as the actual breach of contract during the course of performance. Now we'll move on to what are the remedies for breach of contract. A legal remedy is a court order that seeks to uphold a person's right or to redress a breach of the law. When one party breaches a contract, the other party makes a court to provide a remedy for the breach. The court may order the breaching party to pay money to the non-breaching party. Now, I'll explain you what are the different types of remedies which are covered under the Indian Contract Act of 1872. Let's start with the first one, that is sue for rescission. When I say sue for rescission, it refers to cancellation of contract. In such cases, if any party has broken the contractual relations, the other party may treat the breach as discharge and refuse to perform his part of obligation. Thus, in case of rescission, the aggrieved party or the injured party is discharged from all his or her obligations of the contract. Now, there are certain cases where the court may refuse to grant rescission. Now, let's see what are those cases. The first one, the parties cannot be restored to their original positions due to changed circumstances. The second one, the party has acquired rights in good faith and value during subsistence of contract. The third one, only a part of a contract is rescinded and this part can't be separated from the rest of the contract. But if a person has rightfully rescinded, he is entitled to compensation for any damage. which he has sustained through non-fulfillment of the contract by the other party. I take an example here. A contracts to supply 10 kg of tea leaves of worth rupees 8,000 to B on 15th June. If A does not supply the tea leaves on the appointed day, B need not pay the price. B may treat the contract as rescinded and may sit quietly at home. B may also file a suit for rescission and claim damages. Now let's come to the second remedy, that is sue for damages. Damages are monetary compensation allowed to the injured party for the loss of injury suffered by him as a result of breach of contract. The fundamental principle underlying the damages is not punishment, but it is to compensate the aggrieved party for the loss suffered by him in the original position as he would have been. There are certain rules regarding damages. Let's come to the first one. The damages must naturally arise in the usual course of things from such breach. That is, the damages must be proximate or direct. Let's come to the second rule. The aggrieved party must have suffered damages by breach of contract. Let's come to the third rule. Damages are awarded to compensate the loss caused by a party, but not to punish the party at default for the breach of contract. Let's come to the fourth one. That is, amount of damages can be decided at the time of agreement by the mutual consent of both the parties. There are altogether 8 different types of damages, such as ordinary damage, special damage, exemplary damage, nominal damages, damages for inconvenience and discomfort, liquidated damages and penalty, stipulation for interest, and forfeiture of security deposit. With an example, I would like to explain you this point. Mr. A is to pay rupees 3 lakhs to Mr. B on 1st of April. Mr. A does not pay the money on that particular day. Mr. B is unable to pay his or her debts and suffers a loss. Now here in this case, Mr. A is liable to pay Mr. B the principal amount and also the interest on it. Let's come to the third remedy, that is sue for quantum merit. Before we understand this remedy, let's understand what is the meaning of quantum merit. It means as much as earned or in proportion to the work done. Right to quantum merit literally means right to claim the compensation for the work already done. Now children, if I take an example here, let's say Mr. A engages Mr. B as a contractor to build a 3-storied house. After a part is constructed, Mr. A prevents Mr. B from working anymore. Mr. B, the contractor, is entitled to get reasonable compensation for the work done under the doctrine of quantum merit, in addition to the damages for breach of contract. The fourth remedy is sue for specific performance. Sue for specific performance means demanding the court's direction to the defaulting party to carry out the promise according to the terms of contract. Cases where the specific performance is not maintainable. The first one, where the actual damage arising from the breach are not measurable. And the second one is where the monetary compensation is not an adequate remedy. Again, I take one example here. X agreed to sell an old painting to Y for, let's say, rupees 50,000. Subsequently, X refused to sell the painting. Here, Y may file a suit against X for the specific performance of contract. Let's come to the last remedy, sue for injunction. It means demanding court's stay order. An order of the court which prohibits a person to do a particular act is known as sue for injunction. A party to a contract does something which he presumed not to do. The court may issue an order prohibiting him from doing so. Now let's take an example to make this concept more clear. A singer contracts with B, the manager of the theatre, to sing at his theatre for 1 year. and abstain from singing to other theatres during that particular period. She absents herself and B here cannot compel A to sing at his theatre, but he may sue her for injunction, restraining her from singing at other theatres. So with this we come to end of this video. I hope you have understood one of the modes of discharge of contract, that is breach of contract, and its remedies. Thank you for watching.